So Drake just publicly turned on DJ Khaled on his latest album, and this might be the end of DJ Khaled's career. Because for almost 15 years, Khaled has built his entire career on one key word: relationships. That meant that he could get the biggest artists in the entire world to pick up his phone calls. But now Drake, who helped define DJ Khaled's biggest era in his entire career, has now just called him out for being fake and opportunist and someone that isn't actually really about his relationships as he seems to actually portray. Now Drake just dropped these bars on Make Them Pay. He says, "And Khaled, you know what I mean? The beef was fully live. You went halal and got on your deen. And people are still waiting for a free Palestine. And apparently everything isn't black and white or red and green. Damn. I am seeing everyone's true colors for real. I'm sensing a theme." Now, Drake is known for this. He is a rapper that will use double, triple, quadruple entendres and actually be very intentional about how he actually raps, how he actually puts things out there. Now, in this one, he's literally talking about the fact that Khaled, who is actually from Palestine and also is a Muslim, he has always been in this case of, okay, being loyal and actually being there and standing for his people, etc., and standing on his relationships. But for some reason, someone that is, again, Muslim, integral, etc., when the beef was fully live, you went halal and went on your deen. Like, all of a sudden, he was nowhere to be seen when Drake was going through his commotions and going through his drama with the whole Kendrick battle. And you can actually see that your people are still waiting for a free Palestine, because just like the Kendrick battle where Drake was probably needing a lot of calls from his so quote-unquote friends, but all of a sudden he was turning around and seeing so many people chilling with each other and so many people basically switching sides. Even had people like LeBron getting caught red-handed, rapping to Not Like Us lyrics and actually partying as if though he wasn't friends with Drake. It doesn't make any sense. Now, in saying that, in the times where Drake was going through this and he was quote-unquote quiet because obviously he didn't know who to trust, who his friends were, who his friends weren't, you would expect that people would actually make some phone calls to him. He didn't make a phone call to Drake. In saying that, right, the same way he wasn't integral with Drake's relationship is the same way that he's literally saying that your people are still waiting on a free Palestine. Is that someone that's integral? Is that someone that actually cares about relationships? We don't necessarily think so. And also, apparently everything isn't black or white. We all know what that means. Everything's not straightforward. Totally understandable. Depend on who you are and depend on your values, etc. Some people might say, okay, he didn't say it because of business interests and things like that. Maybe he's not a political person. Who knows? But he then ties it with black, white, red, and green. And for those that don't know, that's actually the Palestinian flag. And of course, when this happened, a lot of fans picked it up straight away. They've been asking these similar questions since around 2024 when this entire situation literally happened. And the crazy thing is, they were still cool around 2023 to around 2024. A lot of people were asking the question of, okay, cool, why is it that back then you lot were cool? In fact, Drake actually had a stadium performance where he brought Khaled out, he brought LeBron out, etc. And Khaled literally had a sign saying that, yo, like, we got one on the way, etc. He's literally promoting the fact that, yo, they're locked in, etc., right? And showing each other support. All of a sudden, when the beef in 2024 actually happened, again, the guy was nowhere to be seen. He didn't say anything. And for those that always know the statement that, look, if you don't pick a side, then you just got to assume that you're just not on the person's side. Do you know what I mean? Drake had to feel that type of way, man. Anyone would, especially when you've done way more for people within the hip-hop game than people have actually done for you. So guys, remember, this beef had been going on since that 2024 mark up until realistically when Drake literally just dropped this album, right? People had been talking about it, talking about the lawsuit and things like that. So it was last year that DJ Khaled decides to take to Twitter and actually post this. And that all of a sudden, when things start to quiet down, DJ Khaled randomly posts online like, yo, the 14th studio album is coming, Alarm of God, coming 2025, and this, etc. You guys can basically read what's on the screen. And it's kind of like Drake literally commented, must be Drake Bell, because he was like, bro, what? I hadn't heard from you in such a long period of time. And the moment that things are a bit quieter, right, and a bit more safe to basically show that, okay, maybe you're calling me, maybe you're not, or maybe you're just actually an opportunist, all of a sudden you're now taking to Twitter and actually announcing this. Like, my guy, I haven't heard from you in such a long period of time. Makes zero sense. And even Academics breaks it down where he says that, look, when they were making Her Loss, you actually had it where Drake actually made the album at Khaled's crib.
This might sound naive, but I think Drake actually bought into like DJ Khaled saying whatever Drake likes, I like. To think, oh no, this guy's like really my guy. Yo,
Yeah.
you know what I heard? I heard like Drake doing Her Loss. He did it at Khaled's crib. Khaled's like, you could use the crib. So he's thinking, this is my guy. Every time he goes there, they're going out to dinner. He's checking up on the fam.
I just think
he feels they're that locked in family wise that when some rap shit happens and Ross becomes absent, Ross doesn't even hit, no, not Ross, I'm sorry. Khaled doesn't even hit him like, yo, bro, are you good? That he's actually like, wait, how is this happening? And you know what I heard? The first time Khaled pops out is advertising a song. He doesn't say, bro, you're good. Yo, bro, I still love you. Da-da-da-da. Yo, all these people getting at you are crazy. They're wilding. You've been so good. Says nothing. He pops out. I got 2 Drake songs. Yeah. Your man's watched you get jumped, beat up, stomped out, slapped everything. Doesn't say anything. Waits 3 months till you heal up and pops out saying, yo, I got 2 Drake songs. And you got to deal with that to be like, oh, this was never my friend. This guy's an opportunist.
You know, they were cool. They were jolly. Khaled said, yo, you can calm down. Actually made that album completely free of charge. Maybe not. I don't know. But because of brothers, let's just put it like that, right? And you would assume that someone that's doing all of this type of stuff for you, going out to dinners, you guys know each other's family, etc., that you're cool. But there's no friends in the industry, man. We'll keep on saying it and keep on discovering that this is the simple but sad fact. So when the album now drops and then you can see this, it's literally very, very clear as day that Drake understands that Khaled is an opportunist. Like, they're as simple as that. No friend, no true friend would literally ghost you when you're going through all these type of issues, my guy. And the sad thing is that, look, DJ Khaled has built his entire brand on, like I mentioned, loyalty, friendship, and things like that. People anticipate his albums because he's the type of person to bring your favorite artists together to collaborate on a project, collaborate on songs, and give you the best of both worlds. You know, we had Wild Thoughts, we had so many hits, let's be real. In saying that though, DJ Khaled was already underperforming. You know, he wasn't actually getting as much success as he would have, you know, back in the day. So this album that he announced would have literally put him, quote unquote, back on the map, especially with this whole Drake beef, bro. Imagine dropping 2 songs with the most talked about artists in the past 15 years and also post his, you could say, quote unquote, defeat or first L within the hip-hop game, in my personal opinion anyways. Bro, people rush to basically say, okay, cool, what is he gonna say on this album? And they'll go stream it simply because Drake is on there, bro. You know what I mean? So once it becomes a case in the fact that Drake points it out that this guy is not really the guy he portrays himself to be, it's gonna ruin his industry connections. A lot of people are gonna actually realize that, yo, the jig is up, mate. They're not really gonna wanna work with someone like Khaled. And in saying that as well, the fans, they will actually not really rate Khaled either. And you already know that, especially in today's era, the court of public perception is such a big thing. If you are not on point with the public, it's not really gonna be good for you, you know what I mean? Even someone like Drake, bro, the entire public turned against him based on the song that Kendrick literally just dropped. That really affected Drake, someone as massive as him. So for someone like DJ Khaled, you can only imagine it's not really much you can do going forward. Some other people have been saying that with DJ Khaled being all buddy with Rock Nation, it's not really, I mean, they've always been cool anyways. But with this recent announcement with Chelsea Football Club.
Ayo, fam? Chelsea plus Rock Nation. What else do you need me to do? I need to get involved. Listen, I've been in the trenches. I've been there since Nicholas Jackson. Yeah? Come on, G.
I'm based in London, so it's a big thing. Well, so it would have been a big thing anyways. I genuinely believe it would have been a big thing if Drake hadn't just released his album literally a day after from the announcement that Chelsea Football Club and things like that had in terms of the collaboration between them and also Rock Nation and DJ Khaled being one of the faces of that movement. In saying that, it literally got, like, no one cares. No one's talking about it over here. No one's talking about it online, etc. I'll even show you the clips and things like that. But, bro, everyone's talking about Iceman, baby. You know what I mean? Drake is the GOAT for a reason. You know what I mean? And it's saying that, like I mentioned earlier in the video, with it being a case where you know, Drake has called this guy out, he's literally kind of taken away some of the credibility from DJ Khaled. Not many people are going to want to actually feature with DJ Khaled going forward. You know what I mean? So do I believe that DJ Khaled's going to completely fall off? No, he's DJ Khaled. He has history in this game, but he's just not going to hold as much cultural relevance going forward. So my people, then, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and also watch this next video that YouTube got for you.